What's up, YouTube? It's Lil Freeze, and today we are back with another video. This video is about the new group called Core, which is from previous members you guys have probably seen in Faze. To give examples, Jason Ween, I believe Adapt is in there, Lacey, Marlon. You guys know the group. You know the group. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that right now. We're going to react to a video from Hello Yasin Extras, I guess, titled "The Faze Boys Proved Me Wrong." Let's get straight into it. If you guys enjoy the content, please hit the subscribe button, like the video. It actually helps my algorithm. Both of those things are free. Also, if you would like to watch these live, you can follow on Twitch, which is in the description, along with the Discord, so you can be a part of the events. We do a lot of gaming as well as reaction content, and then some things with our chat, like handling the Bible, confessions, random stuff like that. So please enjoy the video. Let's get straight into it.
What's poppin', y'all? Formerly known as the Faze Boys, they decided to stomp on their clear op, Faze Banks, when they announced their new home and group. I loved every bit of this because the announcement was create, own, run everything. It was launched on a tweet, and in the photo, you can see the group. You can see Jason the Ween, who was a part of Faze. You can see Adapt, who was also a part of old and new Faze. You could see Ronaldo, Stable Ronaldo. He was a part of Faze. Lacey, he was a part of Faze. And Silky, who was also a part of Faze. And then Marlon, who was just affiliated, but now he's a part of this official group. And you don't see two members. You don't see Your Rage. I don't see Kason either. But I'm guessing he just would rather do his own thing. I like this group that they decided to put together. And I like it even more because when Faze Banks did his announcement trailer, which we covered in a separate video, he used it to make it seem like, okay, we're going to use Faze and we're going to bring it back. Like he was going to bring back a new group or something. Well, what he ended up doing was just starting his own live stream talk show sponsored by Polymarket, like a gambling market. So what these guys did is they used his trailer and dropped what the people really wanted, which is their group, on the same day. So they stepped on his release, kind of like when
I was watching this live, and when he said, "Oh my gosh, they just dropped a Core Boys," like the Core group, it was kind of savage. You had streamers who had the guy that in quotes fucks them over, as they say. But we're gonna get into a Banks video next video, so please watch that as well. Subscribe so you don't miss it. But anyway, they basically said, "Oh, this guy fucked us over. Let's just make our own group," and then drop it the same exact day, which is pretty savage. So I'm enjoying this.
He would just be dropping the same time as Nas to make sure that he gets the #1 and he doesn't. Now, the Core Boys is a lame name. Or it's just, now granted, I'm going to be referring to them as the Faze Boys until further notice, until I just eventually change my mind.
I like the idea of Core, you know, create, own, run everything. Like, that's cool. But, yeah, no, it's lame as hell.
Yeah, I think I'm eventually going to switch and call them Core Boys, but, like, Core? Like, what the hell? And the whole, like, create, own, run everything, that is a garbage acronym. Like, what do you like? You can come up with something better than that?
I agree. They'll rebrand
into the AI and it'll give you a better example of this. And
they'll rebrand.
They would take shots at Faze Banks in the video where they were doing the initial house tour.
Like and subscribe to this channel. It's a brand new channel. The old one that we had last year. We lost the password, so we're starting
we can't get that one back.
From scratch.
They lost the password.
Videos on the channel every week, and we will be live tomorrow. All right, listen, y'all. We had a little bit of technical issues. We could not get internet, so now our first stream together is May 2nd. Little adjustment. We will be live on the 2nd of May. Tap in.
So yeah, the whole lost password thing, it's because it was the original Faze account. And it was the Faze team. So they're not giving them the assets to that because they're not going to be called Faze anymore. And they go show the garage as well.
This is a 19-car garage. With a brand new Audi! Yeah! This is your car? I don't know what happened. Bro, did you get shot?
19-car garage? Holy shit. Reaper, you said what happened? Basically, the old Faze clan, during Faze Banks coming back and apologizing, he explained that he's probably going to do a new group and then starting his own stream. They dropped that they made their own group again, called the Core Boys. Create, own, run everything. Pretty lame name, but dude, they have this house 19-car garage.
Son.
trying hard. Some niggas got it. Me and my boy Mo.
Reaper01291 says corny boys.
I mean, they're tough, but I mean, the name's lame.
Okay, yeah, let's get him. I get excluded from that. He's like, whose idea was it to work out right now? Ron.
And I took a look into this house. This house is in Calabasas. No, I'm not going to show you where it's at, but I had to do a little bit of pocket watching. How could I not? They say that the estimated market value of this house is $13.4 million.
Holy shit.
Which is a lot of money. So did somebody buy the house? Did an investor buy it? Did they get rent for it? Well, they were listing this house for quite a while. So somebody had been renting.
To be honest, those boys make enough to genuinely split the costs. I don't know what the down payment would be like. It'd be a couple million at least. Probably around 10 to 20% if there was a down payment and then a loan. But yeah, no, they spent a lot of money.
It for 6 years because they removed the listing on October 2nd of 2020. So from October of 2020 to the beginning of 2026, it was out of market. And then they listed it for rent in February 3rd. So they had been looking at a lot of homes, and they talked about this. That's why some of them were paying rent, living in different places. And this got listed for rent on February. So these guys have been looking for homes for all of 2026. And it was listed for $68,000, which is like, whoa, all right, $68K for rent. And then they dropped the price.
$68,000 a month. Can you guys imagine paying $68,000 a month? That's more than some people make in an entire year. In certain countries where the minimum wage is like not countries, states where the minimum wage is like $8.30, $9. More than Freeze ever made in his life, by the way. That is not true. That's actually just not. Okay, whatever, bro. That's fucking crazy.
Of rent to $52,000, and that's what these guys scooped up. So 4/20 is when the listing was removed. April 20th is when they locked this place in. And $52,000, when you look at the members that they got, 52 divided by 6, they're only paying 8.6 grand each to live in there. And that's not a bad deal considering that they wanted, I think, 15 G's for them for the other house. Now, the area that this is in is out the way. This is in Calabasas. So it's not in the hills. It's out of the way. Like people like Jaden Smith live in Calabasas. Vlad lives in Calabasas. Who else am I thinking of off the top of my head?
Where is Calabasas? Am I stupid? Hold up. What state is Calabasas? Oh, it's still California. Okay.
Just hidden hills. That's where all the celebrities live. And you're probably thinking like, okay, well, that's pretty cool, right? Well, kind of. Most people are living in LA.
Right.
This is not in LA. This is outside of LA. So if they're having parties or events or things like that, people will have to drive all the way out there. Now, granted, people like Calabasas, so they will.
You're also considering that these are the Faze boys. Like, if the Faze clan asks a girl or a guy, yo, could you pull up? They're going to pull up. It's just common sense. You're dealing with Faze. Hi, Mr. Monk. You're dealing with Faze. It's not like it's going to be like, oh, too far of a drive. I don't have the gas money. Like, you're dealing with a bunch of rich people, so.
Will come out there. But this is a gigantic house. It's a steal for the price. Congratulations to them for getting that. Whoever locked that in. And I will have to eat a slice of humble pie. I will have to take the L on this one because if you guys remember, when they first broke up and they were talking about rent for the house, I was saying, dude, there's no way that these guys are going to come together and organize and go through all of the effort of finding a house and then all living together.
That's
and
crazy.
They ended up doing just that. So I'm glad to be wrong. And even back then I said, I was like, yo, I would hope to be proven wrong because these guys operate so well together. And, you know, a rising tide raises all ships, something like that.
I mean,
these guys are all huge waves. They're not even tides. So they're all huge waves. You bring them all together, they're just going to dominate. And I like that. But somebody who is a little bit salty and doesn't seem like he likes it very much is none other than Banks, who had his release stepped on, and he didn't know that this was happening.
This is crazy. So the boys just launched a group, and they have 34,000 followers, and they launched it with this. They're rebranding themselves as the Core Boys, and they just moved into a new house. This is happening live in real time. This is breaking news, everybody. And it stands for Create, Own, Run Everything, which is cute, and it's in line with like the Faze shit, whatever. It's ironic though, because this picture, and like, you guys got to keep it a bean. This picture is a recreated Faze picture. Maybe somebody responded with it. No. This is the picture that we had as like our YouTube Avi for a while. And I constructed this picture on set. Like I told them all like crowd in and can make this picture. And we took a picture, whatever. And like I directed this picture to be like how we brand on socials. Cause
Bro wants credit for everything. Like, bro, wrap it up. This is the actual recording quality. However he recorded this stream, this is the quality of it.
Didn't think a Faze logo made sense. I wanted to brand it with these guys. It's just funny because this was my direction, my vision. And it's like, and honestly, listen,
so these
I'm
were your
super
guys,
happy.
like that's guys that
yeah. Besides Marlon.
Okay.
But he was kind of like affiliated. There's a couple missing too. Max isn't in here. And Rage. It doesn't seem like they're a part of this.
Very interesting.
These guys look happy, man. To be honest with you, like Alex is the best. It looks like he's been working his balls off. He looks exhausted.
He looks stressed.
Jason looks super happy. Lacey looks trim. Silky looks like Silky. Marlon's handsome, and Ron's honestly a generational talent. And you know, it was a
Ron.
Run, and
Ron, I would say, besides Lacey, has to be, yeah, one of the most generational. Even if you want to like put in the big names, like Ron, everyone knows who Ron is. Genuinely, Stable Ronaldo. Whether you played fucking COD, Fortnite, or you just watch streamers or scroll TikTok, you know who Ron is. If you don't, you might just be uncultured because at this point, he's just a national celebrity, just like a lot of the other big streamers.
Again, I'm seeing this in real time, and I wish them nothing but the best. Genuinely, what a good fucking day all around.
So, you know, he's trying to do the whole thing where it's like, yeah, you know, I'm so happy for these guys, but, you know, I did this photo. What? He's like, yeah, you know, I set this photo up. They just took my spot, which we do got to give him credit for being like, I guess, the creative director of this. But these guys, they're proving that they could do what you did without you. And this goes to show, like, what the hell is the point of having Faze at all then?
I mean,
but
for
I
real.
don't think the initial
that pink Porsche must be studied, bro.
Grouping of these characters would have happened without Faze Banks' vision. That's where I got to give him credit. But I like the fact that he stepped on his release because none of us give a damn about the show that he's got going on, and we don't want to watch it. We want to watch these guys. And by we, I mean kids that are teenagers. I'm really not watching these guys live stream, to be honest. I'll catch the replay or something that I find interesting. Or maybe Adapt, actually. And this does seem like the right neighborhood for Adapt because he could just ride through his dirt bike all over. Unfortunately,
I want to watch more
Adapt. On day one. Their YouTube channel would get terminated. Yes. They posted their first vlog, the first house tour, and you know that one's doing crazy numbers. They got 100,000 subscribers very quickly, which is insanely high numbers. And yeah, it says this video is no longer available because the YouTube account has been terminated.
That's crazy.
This is a little bit concerning. Some
was
people
it
are
legal?
Saying, oh, they were view botting. I don't think so.
What they even do, I don't know.
The hype was there for this to drop. Maybe somebody, the only thing that I could potentially think of is whoever created the YouTube account was somebody that was already banned, but that's unlikely. And I don't think that YouTube would just ban them like this. They do have an AI system that, you know, catches certain things and flags it or bans it. But one of them would have replied to it publicly by now, which we haven't seen that.
Let me see this for myself, chat. I think it was probably more on the legal side. I bet legally FaZe tried to sue them in some way, shape, form, or fashion and had to deal with that. Hold up. Yeah, core. Oh, here it is. Okay, the video is back and they're at 235,000 subscribers as of 2 days ago. As of today, from 2 days ago. Is this the thumbnails I need to start doing? fake ass Lamborghinis. I know they're real, but I'm just saying. I mean, this is a tough build here. You know, you got minis and Valorant and SLG and New York and the streamer awards. Is this an op from CS? I don't really know what that is. This is tough though. I fuck with it. I think this is Adapt, Lacey, Marlon, Jason, Ron, Silky. I think that's it. I mean, it's tough, bro.
Yet. Who knows? We're going to get some developments on that. I really hope that they can get unbanned because these guys are creating really good content. The fact that they're saying that they're going to be able to drop weekly, which means that I don't know how they're handling the finances, but they're going to be paying for video editors. How does that get broken up? I'm more so interested in who organized this, who's the head of this business-wise, who's making the decisions, who's
to be honest,
on the editors.
If I had to guess who is running all of this, it'd be either Ron or Adapt. Ron and Adapt to be acting hella dumb, but he's genuinely a smart guy.
Because they each
convinced.
have their own brand. So it's not like Ronaldo is like, yeah, I've got my editor that's putting up stuff constantly, but he's also going to be doing the Faze videos. That's just too much workload because already Ronaldo's producing so much content. So I'm interested to see what the back end looks like. Super pause on that. And I hope these guys can get unbanned and do their thing. They announced that their first ever stream together was going to be May 2nd because they were having internet issues, which no surprise there. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.
That was a great video. I mean, I'm excited to see what they do too. We might react to some more of their content in the future. But yes, let's go ahead and get to the next video. If you guys are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching it. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like and comment if you hated it. We're gonna get into the video about Banks next chat. So let's go ahead and get into that.